Hey y'all, welcome to my Matrix. Today, let's have a little breakfast. It's the weekend. I'm eating some eggs, some dill eggs. These are scrambled eggs with dill weed. I love dill weed and eggs. But I want to talk about something weird at work. And I want your thoughts on this. Can an elevator area be haunted? Down the hall from my office, there's a elevator. I mean, there are many elevators, but this one particular one is kind of old and kind of rickety. And and I've noticed this for months, and I thought, this is my imagination, but it's not. Every time I stand near that elevator and wait for it to come, I feel like the building's moving, or the area where I am is like a little alcove is moving, it's shaking, which is weird. And I feel dizzy and off balance. And when the elevator finally opens, I'm good. But and that's been happening for months. But the thing that has weird, that has changed this week is that whenever I've gone to the elevator, there's been nobody around me when I've gone to the elevator and taken the left into the alcove. But I have the feeling that I hear footsteps behind me. And I thought, wow, where'd that person come from? And they're kind of close, but I definitely hear footsteps behind me. And when I look back, because I thought, who's that? There is not a soul there. Nobody. Somebody's making footsteps. And this happened 3 times this week. It's the weirdest thing. Mm. And when I think about the elevator, I think about this scenario. Do you remember the scene in Harry Potter when he's at the Ministry of Magic? And they get into the elevator. Instead of the elevator going up and down, the elevator goes straight back. I have that feeling that when the elevator opens, it's going to be weird on the inside. But anyway, weird elevator, a feeling of I'm disoriented when I stand next to the door, like everything is kind of moving, the air is moving, everything's kind of shaking, and I feel dizzy and off balance. And this week, I've been hearing steps behind me. That's just somebody, as soon as I turn into the alcove to go to the elevator, there's somebody right behind me, close by, steps walking behind me. And when I look back, there's nobody there. So what is up with that? What do y'all think that is? Because that is freaking me out. Give me your thoughts. I want to know, because can the elevator be haunted? Can that little space near the door be haunted? Is it a portal to another dimension? Am I in a place where the curtain is thin between the two dimensions? I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I need some answers and I need some help, because it has been going on for months as far as that feeling. But this week, the steps starting, that's new. I don't like that at all. There is one other kind of like spooky work shenanigan that I want to talk about, and it involves, I guess, a staircase. Now, many times throughout the course of each day, I have to walk down a long hall. And this hall has many, many doors. And one of the doorways is like a staircase, and with, of course, the fire alarm exit here. So the fire drill goes off. That is our exit downstairs. But in the course of me walking back and forth, and I probably first noticed this about 6 months ago. Yeah, I'd say maybe about 6 months ago. Maybe about the same time as the thing with the elevator started happening. But I got the feeling out of the corner of my eyes as I passed by all throughout the day that there was a face there. And I thought, it's my imagination. But then it seems like sometimes the face would be closer. They're on the other side of the door. But sometimes the face would just be like a profile, like a side view looking at me. Then other times the face would be right at the window looking at me. And I thought, I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. But I began to think, okay, that's crazy. What is that about? So then I said, I'm going to look. So every time I would look, whether it be the face was right at the window, and it's a small window, like a utility window on this door, or it was, at a side profile, I would look. And whenever I would look, there'd be nothing there. And I'd have the feeling that the face would just like pull back. It's like I can almost see the motion of the face pulling back away from the glass where I was looking. And I thought, this is nuts. So then I ignored it, and I would just like go by there, and I just have the feeling that the face was always there. And then I began to think about it. Why is that happening? Who's in the staircase? And I thought, maybe it's a spirit. Maybe it is a spirit that something happened in this building, or maybe on these grounds. when this building was built a long time ago, and this person is attached to that area. Now, the thing that bothers me is that it seems like I can always see it out of the corner of my eye. And my thing is, I sometimes I start to think to myself, when I walked by, I would be thinking, go into the light, go into the light. You don't have to stay here. You're free. Go into the light. Well, of course, that does nothing. And the other thing I worry about is that I don't want to ever open that door, unless it's like the fire alarm goes off. But I don't want to ever open that door when I think it's there, because to me, that might be an invite to open that doorway from the staircase to the hallway where I am, for it, whatever it is, to come into the hallway and then maybe even follow me back to my place. And I thought, nope, can't open that doorway. But it's pretty darn spooky because it's there almost every day. And one of the things I was thinking about doing, and I don't know if this is even the right thing to do, was for me to walk by like I normally do and not pay attention, but then right before I get through the door, maybe hold up my phone with the camera going to see if I could see something on film. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't even know if I want to do that, because let's say I actually saw something on my camera. That would be something I don't want, because then, they say electronic devices can bring things in. So I don't want to do that either. But I think that there is somebody or something attached to the area in the hallway, and that he's right outside the door, and somehow I can see him just out of the corner of my eye. It seems to be a man, kind of stocky, medium build man. And I don't have any sort of distinct facial features at all, because it is so quick. Because a few times I've tried to turn and see, I get the feeling of the pull back. So I have no features at all. I just feel that it is a man, kind of a kind of a stocky man with short hair, but he's in the hallway. So, anyone have any ideas of what this could be about? And the other thing is how to get it to go away, because I don't want to antagonize it. I don't want it coming out of that hallway, with me open the door. That could be an invitation. I don't want it coming to me, following me back to my space where I work. It's kind of creepy. And then I was thinking, well, what type of haunting is that? Let's say that it is somebody attached to that space, to that building, to that corridor, to that hallway, to the staircase. Then I looked into that. I found some very interesting things about that as well. The man in the staircase, or whatever's in that staircase, could be a residual haunting. And with the residual haunting, it's probably the most common theory of what happens when a place is haunted. And that is when an entity or something becomes attached to that place or the area for various reasons. We don't know exactly why, but they do. Now, it could become attached in two ways. The negative way is if something traumatic happened there, like somebody was unalived by another person, or some tragedy happened and somebody became unalive there, or a cruel act happened there. And so what happens is negative energy is actually pumped into the atmosphere. And the atmosphere, all of that negative stuff that happens imprints itself in that space at that time. And so if that person didn't make it through that event, that imprint of what happened stays in that space, and so does the entity. It really doesn't know that it's there. It really doesn't know that sometimes they don't know that it's left this world, and that they are actually able to go into the light. They're unaware. They just know that they're there because of what happened to them. And it was a negative situation. So that could be the possible situation. The other thing, too, is that it could happen in the total opposite way. It could be a positive way, because I'm sure I've even heard stories, too, where a lot of positive energy could be pumped into a place and still something happened that was tragic, because you've heard stories of people hearing like ghost parties, or tinkling of wine glasses, or faint music in the background, or laughter. And it sounds like it was a fun time. So either way, positive or negative, it's a situation where whatever happened was that energy was put into the atmosphere, where it kind of imprinted like a memory, and it stays there. And apparently it never goes away. And so the people involved in those places or those things also stay there if they are so attached to what's happened because of their circumstance. So this could very well be what this is. The thing that, when I think about what I see at that door or that window, is that he doesn't necessarily want to be seen by me, because of the pulling back every time I try to look head on, which is a good thing. So, at this point, I just leave it alone. I don't have any intent to do anything with it, but I sure do wish it would go into the light. But I do think it might be someone or something that is attached to that hallway. Well, not the hallway, but the staircase leading to the hallway right there. Maybe something happened in the shaft when it was being built. I don't know. But something might have happened there for that person or that thing to be there every day. And, for the most part, I don't even think about it because I'm busy all day long, running up and down the halls, doing stuff. But it's only when I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm going back for like maybe the 1200 trip that day down the hallway. And I happen to just think, and I'm just, walk by the door maybe slowly and boom, out of the corner of my eye, I can see that shape. And it's the same shape. It never changes. It's the same stocky person with the short hair. But so far, I feel nothing negative or, oh, excuse me, or anything bad like an entity. It's just something that I know that's there. Um, but, I wish it would go away because I don't like it. It's kind of creepy. But I do believe it is some sort of residual haunting. Um, I don't know who could get rid of that, how to get rid of that, and I'm sure that getting rid of that was something I certainly wouldn't want to be involved in as far as any sort of like ritual or reaching out and all the things that might be involved with the paranormal as far as making something like that go away. Yeah, that's not me at all. I would just like it to go into the light and be well. That's what I want. So that is, the shenanigans at work as far as those crazy things. So I've got the elevator and the man in the staircase. So any suggestions, any ideas of what that could be, let me know. And also too, please like and subscribe, and please follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. And also subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And thank you for listening. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye.